Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm doing a budget video today and I have my monthly view opened up in my monthly deluxe 2020 planner. I do not have the new planner. I do know that they launched this past week. I believe it was on the 9th or at least today by Thursday the 11th. And they're really beautiful planners. I absolutely love it. The new monthly deluxe has, well, it's not called monthly deluxe anymore. It's just called deluxe planner. And, or no, it's not called deluxe planner. It's called the monthly planner. I don't know. You'd have to go to the Erin Condren website and check it out to see what it's called. But anyways, but I love my planner. It's awesome. I've got till the end of the year. This is what my cover looks like. I have not got a new cover. I am thinking about getting one here soon, but I'm not sure what I want. There's so many beautiful covers on the website. So we'll just have to wait and see when I'm ready to spend that kind of money to make my planner beautiful again. Not that it's not now, it's still beautiful. I just love changing out the covers. They have so many amazing designs. So we are doing today a instead of a weekly check-in, I do a paycheck to paycheck check-in. I don't monitor weekly, though I could. It just confuses me when I try. So I like to block off from the first pay, which is the first of the month for us, to when the next pay comes. And that's what I look at. That's what I check in for to make sure we're on track, that we're not over budget in our categories, which I have transaction logs behind here. And today is Thursday the 11th, so that's what we're checking in for. Everything came through that I expected to come through as far as bills. So the bills happen on the days I expected them. If not, I moved the stickers so it would be on the day it happened. They move a little bit. I just never really paid attention because I had enough money in the account. But this month I'm really paying close attention on what days they actually fall and start coming out in the account. And usually I do it when I see it. A lot of times it's a pending transaction before it's a full transaction, because it's already deducted out of my balance, even though it's pending and still processing between the two financial institutions where you purchase and where your bank account is. Even though that's still processing, it's still deducted. So I go ahead and count it. I have one no spend other than the first 2 days of the week or of the month, and that was last Sunday. We just kind of chilled, stayed home. But pretty much every day since, we've either picked something up to eat or we bought groceries or necessities or a miscellaneous item. Sorry, my voice is a little gravelly today. I don't know if it's allergies or what's going on. I know we have some rains and storms coming. It's really windy outside, so it's affecting my voice for some reason, but that's okay. So the next thing is now to go over what we spent and did we stay on budget. 3 of the 4 categories, yes, I stayed on budget. So let's take a look at what I have. So we'll start here. Grocery, household, restaurant. That's where I didn't stay on budget. So let's look at the grocery household. And what I do here, and I gotta find my stickers before I go too far. And these are the ones I print for myself. I don't have a sticker shop or any kind of shop, though I am considering, and I need to get with some important people for the city to find out if I do decide to do this. I am considering an Etsy store, but not for stickers. Downloadable printables for planners and possibly for budget stuff, but I haven't finished creating all that. So it's in the works, thinking about it. If you guys have ideas or something that you would like, that you would spend $1 or $2 on downloadable printables to help you with your budget or planning, let me know. But once I have it up and running, if I really do decide to do it, I will go ahead and put that on the channel and let you guys see it. So what I do whenever I'm ready to stop spending for the month, essentially, and kind of cap it off and bring the next pay period budget in, because my husband is getting paid tomorrow, And my husband did travel for business, and when he does travel for business, he does get overtime. So that does change things for us, which is really cool, because that means with the overtime money, I could definitely go ahead and kind of look into the future a little bit and see if we can make a debt payment to my school loans. And we have used the credit card, well, once. We've used it once. We decided to splurge. It's very hard to budget and not use a credit card when you do have a credit card, and splurge a little bit when you just really want something. And we really wanted, and we've been in our house for a year, we wanted a patio set. And we didn't go out and buy like the biggest, best, because we have available credit to do it. We bought actually the smallest and cheapest that we could get. Not too cheap. It was a set. It was a table with an umbrella and 4 chairs, and we got it at Lowe's. I can't remember exactly what we spent. Oh, here it is. $896.78 was the total with tax here in Virginia. And so we just put it on the credit card, and we're just going to pay it off over time a little bit. And we have one other transaction we plan to put on the credit card if and when the guy who came and cut our trees down that we asked to have cut down, when he finishes the job, they still have to grind the stump so the tree doesn't grow back in one of the areas that we had him cut. He hasn't done that yet, and it's been a month. So we're just waiting. He's not going to charge us until the service is completed, but yeah, we're still waiting on that. So that was $13.75. And as soon as he does that, and hopefully he'll be here in a few days to do that, because he has these large crews that go around and do the work, and then when they're finished, that's when he bills and charges everyone. So yeah, I'm just like, come on guy, come out. So we'll have that on the credit card, and we'll probably take a month or two to pay it off, but we'll pay it all off. It's not that big a deal. We're not going to let it roll over too long or for too much or anything like that. So I know I have these, I'm going to take these 4 weeks out. I was just showing this in another video on another way of budgeting. So I'm going to take these out because that's not how I actually budget. Like I said, I do it from pay period to pay period, and this is how I actually budget. So this is all the groceries we bought, or things we bought in grocery stores, and for the household and groceries. And so I budgeted $422. We've spent all but $58.59. So that $58.59, and I'm borrowing my son's scientific calculator. He wanted one to do homework from school, and because this is what they exactly use at school, and if he used anything different, it didn't make sense to him. So I'm like, okay, I'll splurge, we'll get it, and you can use it for a few years. So and I use my phone to record, so I can't use my phone. So I stole his calculator now that he's out of school. So the $58.59 is what I had left over. It did not go over budget and groceries, and this worked out really, really well. I'm really happy with that. So I'm going to take that amount, I'm going to add it to this amount, the $537 for the 14 days. $537. And that gives me a budget of $595.59. And that's where I will start for June 12th. June 12th. So I'm going to put a little plus sign here, and I usually put whatever I add, which is the 537, and then a little arrow to remind me that's the total of those two numbers. So starting tomorrow, this is what I have available for grocery and household, and we're pretty well stocked up because I did spend quite a bit of money the other day, and in a couple different places. Couldn't find everything in one store. It was ridiculous. So I had to go around and find it all. But yeah, that's where my grocery household category is staying at. My restaurant, I did go over budget. We splurged last night. We ordered Why Not, and really, really enjoyed it. We knew it was close to payday, so we were like, well, we're under in our grocery category. It's kind of food. Isn't it amazing how we reason everything out and make it sound really good when really we're just lying to ourselves sometimes just to get away with something. It's ridiculous. I do it all the time. And God goes, hey, wait a minute, what are you doing? Don't lie to yourself like that. And I go, okay. So anyways, there we go. So now I have to subtract, let's see, that's the weekly I'm going to take out. Now I have to subtract what would have been our budget for restaurants, because we spent some of the new budget. So that's plus $304. 04. Alrighty, and then the new balance would be, so 304 minus the 1486 overage is $289.14. So I have to pray on it. I have to say, God, help me be strong in this number, because I don't know if we're going to make it without going over budget for the month, but we'll see. I pray we don't, but we'll see. Anyway, so that's the restaurants. Yeah, because my husband's home again. He went out to sea and came back and did get overtime. So on tomorrow, Friday, he does have overtime, and that affects our numbers, and I'll show you that in a little bit on how that changes everything. I don't show the exact number, but you can kind of tell by the totals at the end where the extra money was coming from. But he did get overtime. He was gone for a while and then came back, and so I have to adjust for that. But it did give me a good, better estimate of, for the month, on how much I could probably put towards my school loan that I have left. I have $6,088.50 left to pay, and I'm very excited about that. So the less I spend in my categories, the more money at the end of the month I could have, plus the overtime to put, hopefully my goal is to put $1588.50 this month, a payment of $1588.50, just to round it out and have only, what is that, $4,500 left. My goal is to pay $1,500 a month for July, August, and September, and then it will be gone. That's my goal. So I pray God blesses that. I pray God allows me to have that, and no hiccups happen and interfere with that plan. But if it does, that's okay, because God's in control and He'll take care of it. So we did not do much miscellaneous spending. I have not been buying as many stickers because I'm pretty well stocked up, so I didn't really need anything. I did buy the next month's, what did I get from Planner Kate? Something for my prayerful planner, and a couple of sheets. I just can't think of what they are right now. But they are showing up in the mailbox today, and I'm very excited about that, and I'm very thankful. And Planner Kate was awesome, because I didn't realize it when I ordered everything. I did it Apple Pay on my phone, and for some reason it used my old address as where to ship, and it would have gone to the wrong house. And so I messaged her and said, please, please, please help me with this. And she did, and so it's coming to the house today, and it was awesome. So later today I will get that. I might do a couple sticker hauls, because I have some Sara Marie stickers too that I haven't used yet, and I'm waiting to use for July, and I might lay those down. Oh, tag on it. Pushing all the wrong buttons. To 8.9. So I'm going to add what's left. I had $128.90 left over in miscellaneous, so I didn't really spend a lot. Sorry. And we did a couple Amazon purchases. My husband wanted a new phone case, and I ordered some new these pen refills, and my son's razor needed a replacement head, and Insta ink for my printing. So plus the $256 for the next pay period. There we go. So I want to start with miscellaneous with $384.90. So I just roll over whatever's left, or I deduct whatever I've used in order to stay within budget. And it's nice to see the rollovers and no red ink, because I use red ink to let me know, hey, you went over. Not good. So here we go. Alrighty. Now I just bought gas the other day. We're just not driving a lot still, even though things are opening up here in Virginia. They just announced what the school might look like next year. It's kind of weird. They want to do it in phases. They want to do part online, part in school to thin out the crowds of the school. I mean, my son's school has 2,400 students, 22 to 2,400. It's a lot of students. And I've already had one son graduate from the school, and I'm like, my goodness, how are we going to do this? So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I'm going to throw this out because I'm not using that. My husband did sign up for his master's degree program, so he may have VA education benefits that will get deposited in our account, and this is just a month in review, and I just throw notes down to remind me that we came up with a plan, because before, when he would get deposits, he would just put the money on his Go card, and that was his personal money. And they varied from month to month, or a few months he wouldn't get anything, and it just depended on what the school needed based on what the grant had been for that time period. So, yeah, this time we were like, well, we know you only have so much grant money, and we're going to use anything they deposit in the account, and we're going to save it and put it towards the end in case for the portion that we have to pay out of pocket at the end. So that's kind of how that's going to work. So yeah, I only got gas once, and I still had $56.49 left. I'm going to add the new budget of $116, and that gives me a new budget of $172.49. There are rumors my husband may have to start going back to the office soon, but we are not sure yet. And so once that is confirmed, then yeah, he'll be driving a lot more than what he is right now. And we're going to need that money. So I want to definitely keep an eye on that, make sure we still have that in the bank just in case he starts having to go to the office. So everything's looking good. We're in our budget. I was a little over for the first pay period, but I just deducted it out of the budgeted amount for the next pay period coming up, and that just made that number a little bit smaller. We'll see how well I stick to that. I forgot my sticky note over here. And yeah, this is working out really good. I'm really happy with what's going on here. The only thing over here I added was my son's birthday money. And if you remember last month, I spent over $400 on my Visa to buy all his Lego kits, and he got like 10 Lego kits, which is, if you know anything about Lego, it's expensive. So my father-in-law sent money, and I just kind of put it back in our checking because we already paid the Visa off last month, and the bill was already taken care of. So it just kind of reimbursed us for what we spent on the Lego kits last month. I haven't checked off the salary overtime yet, just because it's Thursday and it doesn't come until Friday. But I will be checking that off tomorrow. All the bills were checked off. We still have our $1,000 emergency fund, our $1,500 3 to 6 month savings. Travel expense savings is still where it's at. That's my school loan. And then later I'll fill in for the Visa, just in case there's more purchases later this month. I pray we don't do any more, but we should be good. So yeah, that's it for our paycheck to paycheck check-in. That's what I'm going to call it, paycheck to paycheck budget check-in. And yeah, I like that. And that'll be great. That'll be really good. Next time, I hope, because I have been naughty and I have not done this. I've been focusing on something else. But I do need to put my scripture, praise and prayer in the beginning like I do in the other months. See, I did a Mother's Day one here, and I did St. Patrick's, no, this is April. I did one here, and then I did St. Patrick's Day one too. And so I really need to do that. You know why? I just got inspired. It's supposed to be a Father's Day one, and I'm going to focus on Father's Day for this one. So yeah, and I already have my scripture that I want to look at to Exodus 35, 5 through 19. That's what, this is when they were giving, everyone gave for the building of the tabernacle. And I thought that was a beautiful story, so I thought I would incorporate that this month. Because we're so impressed with people just really supporting the churches and really supporting the communities and giving and tithing all over the place. It doesn't matter where you're giving and tithing to. It's just you're doing it and you're taking care of people around you, and that's awesome. And I am loving seeing that we are, as communities, taking care of one another, whether we know who we're taking care of or not. So it's pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I made sense in this video. Our budget looks good. We went over our budget a little bit, and I would add whatever's left over to the next budgeted amount for the next pay period, and that's it. That's all I really do, and this keeps me on track, and this keeps me motivated and coming back and making sure every day, tracking everything and seeing what I spent and writing down. I think what forces me a lot of times and to keep on track is writing down specifically what I bought. You're looking at it and you're going, oh my gosh, did I really need to spend money on this? Or, I mean, especially over here, I'm like, did I really need to spend all this money? No, not really. Did we want to? Yes. So we just have to weigh the options and suffer the consequences when we do something like this. So that's how I kind of look at it. Anyways, I hope you have an amazing and blessed day. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments below. I did want to go over real quick before I go. I forgot my notebook over here. My budget, oops, those are my school loans. I was breaking them down and looking at them, but I did change my draft budget a little bit. This was 0 before. I changed it to $10.59 because there was a refund that I wasn't expecting. So I adjusted the numbers so they're accurate and included the overtime and reimbursement. They're semi-accurate in the sense that I'm guessing on what our exact tithing will be. I will have to get with my husband and we'll figure that out once the paycheck comes. Can't actually see it quite yet, but I did an estimate there. And so this is the new balance at the end of the month, which gives me hope because I wanted to do $1,500 towards that. But I have these two things coming up. And so I might do less than that. I might not. I don't know if I'm going to carry this over or not. Because right now this is 0 interest and these aren't. So I'm not sure. Irregardless, right now that's where we're standing at the end of the month. And what is left over will go dispersed between all of these things. So we'll see what happens. So it's looking good every day, and yeah, I think we'll be fine. So again, have an amazing and blessed day, and I will see you next time. Bye.